Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill want to do something that WWE fans have hoped for, dreamed about, talked about, speculated about. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what that is, the recent comments that have made fans go nuts, and why I think it's a brilliant idea. Because Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, they have been doing the dang thing on Friday Night SmackDown for almost a year. Think about that. That's crazy. Because ever since Jade Cargill signed with WWE a year ago, and she was called up to the main roster, she's been at the side of Bianca Belair, or at least sharing the spotlight with Bianca Belair, and rightfully so. Bianca Belair, top WWE star, right? Has been for a while now. Lovable babyface, great connection with the fan base. Why not? Since then, they've had stare-downs in the past, including, and most notably, the Women's Royal Rumble match in January, them aligning themselves together heading into WrestleMania 40, where they then teamed up with Naomi to take on Damage Control. Coming out of it, they have since held the women's tag team titles a combined 2 times, holding down the fort on Friday Night SmackDown in that women's division, and really elevating the women's tag team titles, which, let's be real, has never been held to a high regard for much of its existence outside Naomi and Sasha Banks, and Bayley and Sasha Banks holding the titles, right? So that leads us to today's video, because things heated up in the women's division on Monday's episode of Raw when women's tag team champions Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill crossed paths yet again with the women's world champion Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, something that is starting to become a regular thing on television. This week's show saw Belair and Jade confront Morgan, who criticized their bond. This led to Bianca slapping Morgan, and it was announced that Jade and Bianca would be one of many participants in the #1 Contender Battle Royale to see who would be next in line for Liv Morgan's championship. Now, Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, they watched on at ringside and later helped eliminate them. Io Sky would go on to win the #1 Contender Battle Royale to become the new #1 contender for Morgan's championship. Now, following the show, while speaking on WWE Raw exclusive, the tag team champions sent a message to the powerful duo of Morgan and Raquel, and that's where things pick up, because Belair said, Liv, Raquel, if you wanted to avoid a fight with us, you just made a big mistake. Before, we could have waited to beat y'all and just representing our titles, but now you've made things personal. Jade chimed in and said, when things get personal for us, things get painful for you. So next week, we're coming back here to Monday Night Raw, and it's going to be Jade and Bianca versus Liv and Raquel. As of this recording, WWE is yet to make this bout official, although I would expect it any given time, so if it has, please don't leave a comment and let me know. I'm aware. That is something. Who would have thought that in the middle of all the drama with Liv and Rhea Ripley? Keep in mind, just last week we found out that Rhea Ripley was out with an injury, broken orbital bone due to a headbutt spot during an episode of Monday Night Raw. WWE had Liv and Raquel attack Rhea Ripley, laying her out and putting that on hold. While everyone's talking about Io Sky, everyone should be talking about Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez not only facing Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, but potentially, we don't know this for 100%, but potentially challenge and win the women's tag team titles. Now, WWE, since they have started to poke holes at the bond, the alliance that Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair have, that could be interesting, because what if you had Jade and Bianca drop the titles to Liv and Raquel? Because we still don't know when Io Sky versus Liv Morgan is going to take place, right? Rhea's going to be out for a while. What if that's your new program? What if you have Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair feud with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez? It's beautiful in a lot of sense. This is a match that fans have been waiting to see. Bianca Belair versus the new and improved Liv Morgan, and Jade Cargill crossing paths with Liv Morgan. 2 dream matches. It also helps a lot of things. Let's break it down. It helps the prestige of the women's tag team titles, because you are giving it a notable program. You are giving a reason for people to actually care about said titles. you are also putting Liv in a bigger spotlight than she would against, and no offense, against Io Sky. While yes, Io Sky is extremely talented and could be a much bigger star than she is, she's not right now. So you can build up Io a little bit more while doing this program. It also helps Raquel Rodriguez in a dramatic way, because Raquel Rodriguez, prior to her recent alignment with Liv Morgan, had A, been off of television, and B, even before then, she was not over. She was not over as a babyface. She had no connection with the fans. They simply did not care about Raquel Rodriguez. A far cry from where she came in NXT when she was a heel, and she was a pretty good heel at that. So it gives new life into Raquel. It gives Liv and Raquel something to do. It helps Io Sky. It helps Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, because those two have a meaningful feud, a meaningful program. They're also in a big spotlight with Liv Morgan, who has been the face of the Raw Women's Division, and in a large part alongside your Cody Rhodeses and your Drew McIntyres and your Seth Rollins and your Gunthers and your Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. She's been on the forefront of Monday Night Raw as a top star. So it all works out. I have said that I am ready for a Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair program. I thought at Crown Jewel they could have split those two up. They could have done a title change. They opted not to do so, despite the fact that they were working a fatal four-way match where you could have easily had them drop the titles. WWE simply felt otherwise. They did not feel like that was the right call, the right opportunity, the right moment. I disagree. But if this is something in which they had planned and this is also another interesting point, are they going to do a one-off tag team match? Is it going to be for the tag team titles? Are they going to do an actual program? Does this lead to Survivor Series? Because I would assume that we're going to get Io Sky versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship at Saturday night's main event on December 14th. They could do it at Survivor Series War Games, November 30th. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But either way, I love the booking. I think it's actually brilliant. It just, there's so many positives to it. And especially at a time where WWE is dealing with another negative with Rhea going down with another injury, and, you know, trying to align all these storylines and plans. Like, I don't envy their spot right now.